Okay, so I did one of these videos just a moment ago for PvE. Now let's make another one for PvP. I get these questions on Discord and other videos here and there, and I think if I make these, I'll just be able to link it and everything should be understandable. Every time a new update comes out, T1, T2, T3, let's say, when speed dropped at least, the only thing that really changes, in my opinion, is the gear. The skills and the masteries, they basically stay the same, and the artifacts, ever since they've been added at least. But the thing that mostly changes is gear. So skills and everything else basically stays the same always. And if I ever change anything, you should be able to tell from other videos, or you can just ask them and if you see any difference. But most of the time the skills, they stay basically the same and nothing really ever changes, to be honest. Skill wise and mastery wise, like artifacts, the only thing that really changes is the gear. So for PvP skills, the video to end them all, fairly simple. I think this class is actually pretty simple. I mean, I wouldn't say that this class doesn't take any input, but it's pretty simple. You can basically teach almost anybody to do the combo, and you should be good. I think Great Sword Dagger, let's say, takes a lot more finesse and a lot more playtime to really master. This one over here is pretty simple. You just stack up your buffs and stack up your spear and close your eyes, press target and just spam spear throw. It's pretty simple, really. Now it takes a bit to master, let's say, to choose different targets and etc. And I don't even know if I am at that point, to be honest. I am pretty bad. But I think there are classes that are more difficult to master, like Crossbow Dagger, let's say, very high APM class. Shadowdancer is not that crazy. So for PvP skills for AoE, and I actually use the same for AoE and single target. The only thing that I add is mats or dance, but most of the time I don't even use it in AoE, or most of the time I don't even use for single target like battlegrounds or whatnot. And Bloodly Shower is really good for the heal strip on healers. So for PvP it goes like this. Skill wise, I'll also showcase masteries and artifacts and specs, but for skills it's like this. Dagger Q roll is just the best. Spear Q roll is cool, but Dagger is just superior in my opinion. I mean, you can be invisible. I mean, you can't compete with that. You know what I mean? And then cooling arc combination, and then finish barrage combo, and you need it. These are like your staples on this class. Cooling arc, such a short cooldown, and hard hitting, applies burst. You can take Inferno and then applies the ignite. I mean, amazing skill. 10 out of 10. Phoenix Barrage, really hard hitter, big cone, also applies ignite. I mean, amazing skill. Javelin Inferno has to go hand in hand with Explosive Fury. Now, I know there's a lot of new people that are starting in the game, so maybe I can explain a little bit. What do I mean by that? Cooling Arc, simple, right? AoE. Barrage, very strong, and a cone. Now, how does throwing work really? You stack up your javelin with the fury. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then just like that. You have to do the one to gain the other, basically. But it says all of that here on the tooltip. You can't use the Inferno if you don't have any stacks. You have to stack it up to actually throw it. It's pretty simple. I mean, like I said, this isn't like astrophysics. So Javelin Inferno and Explosive Fury, they have to go hand in hand. This is your bread and butter on this class. Well, these two and then these two, let's say. After that, we have Bloodly Shower. Now, I use this. I know some people don't use this, but I use it for the every successful hit removes one stack of most recent healing effect applied by a player skill. I think this is pretty decent in group play, especially since often I'm trying to kill the healers. You know what I mean? If they don't have melee evasion, a lot of healers nowadays, they have 4,000 melee evasion, and at that point I might as well leave the game. But if they don't and they have endurance, let's say, well, I'm aiming for you. I'm gonna try my best to bomb you out. I may not be crossbow dagger, but I can do some nasty things to you. So Bloodleech Aura is pretty decent at that point. And then when I get Junoboat Spear, maybe, you know, one day, then this should technically be even better. You know, Junoboat really makes it into a must-have skill. Other than, you know, like maybe I can take it or maybe I can't. Annihilating Sentinel combined with Thunder Spirit and Lightning Infusion, your bread and butter combo again. Just as well, the Javelin and the Fury are for stacking. If you want to get any real damage out of this class, you need to have your buffs up. These three: Sentinel, Spirit, and then Infusion. So if I stack up, you've seen it doesn't really do that much damage. But if I buff up and then I throw, if there was let's say multiple targets over here, it would bounce all over the place. The lightning would arc, the spirit would arc. It's just a carnage. Spear is an amazing weapon for AoE damage in PvP. Single target is great, but AoE is where it really shines. So that's the three must-have buffs that you should be really paying attention to. And then Rising Slash. Rising Slash is for exploding the Ignite and Burst stacks. So you want to apply Burst and Ignite to the target, and then Rising Slash 30,000, 70,000. You just seen. It's really, really strong. So that's basically how Rising Slash, how I utilize Rising Slash. If I know a target has a lot of Burst or Ignite stacks on them, I use Rising Slash in hopes of exploding them. You know, that's it, basically. Pretty simple. Phoenix Barrage, you already know, Cone, big damage. And then for Dagger, I use Shadow Strike. I don't know how you can play a Dagger class without Shadow Strike. Probably the best skill in the entire game, I'm not gonna lie. Bane of any caster, you know, Bow Dagger or Staff Dagger, Orb Dagger, I really don't care. If you're ranged and I have range to actually teleport to you, you're in big trouble. Shadow Strike is the GOAT skill in Eternal Liberty, in my opinion. Lightning Infusion, you already know, but to summarize, it shreds endurance, you know. Shreds endurance, and then combined with Thunder Spirit and Sentinel, and then your Javelin throw, you do a lot of damage through Thundercloud and the bounces. Thunder Spirit, you already know, just another buff to combine with Lightning Infusion, and then Camouflage Cloak, you're invisible. It's pretty simple. You're invis, and then also if you have this spec over here, CC immunity, you basically cannot be CC'd, and then supposedly this allows for your healer to also heal you when you're invis, but my healer keeps complaining all the time that he can't heal me when I'm invis. I can heal you, I can heal you, I can target you, so I don't even know. Maybe it's broken, maybe not. I have no idea. I really don't. And then Phantom Smokescreen. You need this skill. You need this skill against any range magic or ranged, you know, like bow dagger or crossbow dagger, stab dagger. You can tell that they are aiming at you. They're trying to combo you. Put this down underneath your feet, and then you are Gucci. Nobody's gonna do anything to you for the duration. You can also take this spec over here to stop other spear dagger from one-shotting you. If you're in a clamp, let's say, because this stops the Javelin Inferno. But I don't have any points. I don't think I can free up any points for now. So I don't have points, so I couldn't take it. Maybe I could free up some points, but I tried and it doesn't really work for me. So I can't actually take this for now, which is a bummer because this is a huge game changer, especially for a melee class. Then for passives, Assassin Step. Every time I kill somebody, I get a little bit of mana regen. I get movement speed. It's pretty decent, and I also get attack speed through masteries, but I'll show that in a moment. Assassin Instincts, more crit. You can't go wrong with that. And then Wrathful Edge, even more crit. Again, damage. I need more damage. Some people use Shadow Walker if you want more evasion, but I really don't care. I haven't used this for basically forever. I never really use this, and it works. It works for me, so I really don't need this. But if you feel like you need more evasion, then be my guest. Use it. Now I use nimble steps, imposing form, fatal precision, mortal wrath, and then retaliatory strike for spear passives. Now nimble steps, this looks doo-doo caca. Why would you use this? But with the mastery that I chose, this is actually pretty decent, and I'll explain in a moment why. Skill specs, pretty simple. Lightning Infusion on the Inject Venom for Thunderclouds. Shadow Strike, more range for me to teleport to you if we are at a distance. Yeah, I want to close the distance, you know. This is a gap closer basically. Umbra Spirit, I want the Thunder Spirit and then duration increased. And then Camo Cloak, I want CC immunity and cooldown. Now for Spear, I have Burst on Cooling Arc. I have Javelin Inferno instead of Surge, and then Harm Shrink because I don't want them to move. Explosive Fury instead of Vicious, and then more damage. I don't need any of these on Bloody Jara because why? Rising Slash, more range, and then more damage through explosions, and then Phoenix Barrage instead of Fury for, in my opinion, more damage and just more AoE. The theme of this class is AoE, AoE, AoE. You want as much AoE as possible. And then I also have the shield on the Unyielding Sentinel. I know a lot of people are using the Mad Sword Dance on Frenzy Sword Dance. I also use this a little bit here and there, but didn't really fit into my playstyle, so I stopped using it. And then for masteries, I have Potential over here. I have Falling Flower over here, which could be swapped out for, let's say, Dragon Ascent, or maybe Battle Prep right now, or Windy Veil. It's really up to you. You have to, feel it out. For me, this works. Lightning Speed, because I always move around and this procs. And then I recently put on Survival Enhancement for more above duration, but you can play something different, like let's say Battle Prep, if you want to. And then for mastery skills, I have all of the on daggers and on spear. I have the red tree maxed out, basically. You want all of these passives, they are great. And then I have the yellow tree for even more crit. Like I said, I play glass cannon, I need damage. So I have all of the damage that I can squeeze out, basically. And then on top of that, I have Bloodseeker, because I think I can deal with a little bit of nerf to damage, but a little bit of more survivability, so my healer can have a little bit of a easier time with me. And then for spear, red tree, and then I have an unlimited arsenal over here from the purple tree, and then victory sheet combined with enduring dash from the blue tree. Over here, nimble steps turns into perfect tempo. Now melee hit chance 330 is not that big of a deal when I have 900 hit chance, but it's the 5% attack speed that I really care about. I want to have as much attack speed as possible. This class is, the way I play it at least, is paper, so anybody can kill me instantly almost. I have very little defenses, so for me it's very crucial to get in really quick and then be able to do what I do and then get out and with the keys, or get out with my life. So usually I would buff up, get in, stack up, throw, and I need to stack up ASAP. I can't be there stacking up 30,000 years I'm stacking up my javelin. I need to get in, stack it up, throw, and get out, like this. Did you see how fast my stacking up was? That's what I need. I need it to be stacked ASAP so I can start throwing. I can't be in there forever. I need it stacked up and ready to go ASAP. That's why I have this for more attack speed. And then the rest of the red tree, pretty obvious. I mean, this is all about damage, and that's all I want. For artifacts, 6 pieces of the Harbinger. It's pretty simple. I think this is the best for pure DPS. More crit, more crit, more crit. With some melee, heavy melee, critical statistics over here. And for Guardian, Nemesis. I think there are a few choices here actually, like besides Nemesis. I think I've seen some people use the Enchanter or maybe somebody else, but I don't really, to be honest, I really don't care. I think Nemesis is probably the best for my playstyle. I am buffed up, so I see a group of people that I think that are weak, that I can kill. I buff up, I pop Nemesis, I get in, I start throwing, and every time I get an assist or a kill, it puts me into invis, and that's insane. And it has a pretty decent uptime. Look, I've popped it a while ago, and I still have 10 seconds over. So I think Nemesis is the best. And I know some people agree with me that I played with. And yeah, that's basically it. And we got the skills, we got the artifacts, the guardian, and the weapon mastery. The gear I've already covered in a different video, so it doesn't really change. And yeah, I don't think these skills are gonna change anytime soon. So if anything ever will change, I'll make another video about